Hey guys, this is Gina Dinas Bait. This report's current as of Thursday night at the 11th. Perch fishing on Lake Mendota is pretty much into full swing, I'd say, right now. We've been doing real well out there in many areas on the lake. There's been fish caught in Warner Bay and out around Governor's Island. There's been some fish caught over at Second Point, Spring Harbor, Marshall Park, over by Pheasant Branch. There's even been fish caught over along the city shoreline in a few areas. The magic depth seems to be anywhere from the weed line out to about 22, 24 feet of water at times. 19, 20 seems to be pretty good in most cases here lately. Hellgrammites, we have those here at the store. They're always good bait of choice for perch fishing. Spikes have been working pretty good on a piece of plastic and a small jig. Also, pieces of nightcrawler have been working pretty good too for the guys. I have not heard a lot of bluegill action on Mendota. A few incidental fish being caught. Some white bass. Guys have been trolling white bass in a few areas on the lake, out off Governor's Island, in Warner Bay, out in front of Maple Bluff, and even a few fish over out in front of Marshall Park. They've been getting a few white bass over there. Smallmouth seem to be somewhat active on the weed lines and the bars, and I have heard some nice walleyes coming out off a couple of the bars. Some places to look over by Brearley, Dunn's Bar, and Second Point in like that 24 foot of water, 20 to 24 foot of water. Crawler harnesses or leeches have been working pretty good. Over on Lake Monona, the bluegills, there's still, believe it or not, there are still some bluegills in shallow in the spawning areas, but there's a lot of bluegills on the outsides of the weed lines. Some good areas to look are Obrick, Hudson Park, over by Sluter Beach, Wild Haven, out from the Rock Pile, Turville Point, out from Olin Park. And you can look from the weed edge all the way out to about 20 feet of water. So I actually have not heard anybody catching any suspended bluegills on Monona, although I find it hard to believe that they aren't out there suspended right now. Just haven't talked to anybody who's been out and doing it. Bass fishermen told me last night at the bass tournament on Monona there were a lot of a lot of muskies biting in shallow. Muskie fishermen tell me the muskies have been kind of tight-lipped, but the bass fishermen said they were catching a few last night while they were fishing in about 6, 7, 8 feet of water for bass. Down on Lake Wabeesa, sounds like that bite's been a little tough for the bluegills. A few fish being caught here and there down by the south end and over by Goodland Park and Rockford Heights. Some crappies have been suspended out off of Rockford Heights in the Bible camp, out in about 18 feet of water, 20 feet of water. But the bluegills don't seem to be out there in full force yet in that deeper water. They still seem to be more weed and rock related right now. Lake Kegonsa, I've heard some real nice perch coming off of the lake on some mud flats in about 16 feet of water. I know that's not going to help you too much, but that's what I've heard. Mud flats, about 16 feet of water, and I'm sure there are not many guys down there doing it, but I heard they're getting some real nice fish, and occasionally a limit or two, but generally they're just real nice perch, and they're doing pretty good. That's about all I have here locally. Again, we do have Hellgrammites in the store, pretty good supply. Give us a call if you want to know. It's 608-241-4225. Otherwise, have a good weekend. We'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.